Welcome to the Once Upon a Homestead YouTube channel. Today we are baking chocolate chip cookies. For this recipe, you will need all-purpose flour, white and brown sugar, 2 sticks of softened butter, 2 eggs, vanilla, salt, and baking powder. This recipe will make approximately 2 dozen standard-size cookies. Let's start off by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. Grab your spoon and apron, and let's get started. First, let's mix 1 cup of softened butter with 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar and 3/4 of a cup of white granulated sugar until it's nice and creamy. Next, let's add 2 eggs and 2 teaspoons of vanilla into the mixture. For the next step, we will need to sift 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, plus 1/2 teaspoon of salt, then mix it all together. It's time for my favorite part. Add in 2 cups of chocolate chips. Next, let's fold the chocolate chips into the dough. When you are finished folding the chocolate chips into the dough, you can set the cookie dough aside. This is a great time to work on prepping your cookie sheets by covering the inside with parchment paper. Your dough texture should be smooth and slightly stiff. 1½ tablespoons of the cookie dough will give you 24 cookies. For bigger cookies, you can use an ice cream scooper. Next, let's go ahead and spoon or scoop the dough onto the parchment-lined tray, spaced 2 inches apart. Everything looks great. Now it's time to pop the trays in a preheated oven for 10 to 12 minutes until the edges are nice and golden. While the cookies are baking, I will work on another batch of the cookie dough to freeze for later. The cookie dough can be shaped and portioned before bagging and placing them into the freezer to use at a later time. I also like to use the dough to make simple cookie bars by pressing the cookie dough into a single layer in a sheet pan with parchment paper, bake it in the oven, and enjoy. Another delicious use for the cookie dough is a baked, layered dessert featuring brownie batter topped with cookie dough called brookies. These are delicious on their own or topped with your favorite ice cream. And just like that, it looks like some of our cookies have already finished baking. We will let them rest on the baking sheet for a few minutes. And while we wait for our cookies to cool, I have an easy shelf-stable cookie mix and super cute gift idea to share. For this project, you will only use the cookie dough dry ingredients. Measure and layer the dry ingredients into a 32-ounce mason jar. I like to use my portable mason jar vacuum sealer to seal the lid so the mix will stay fresh for up to 12 months. Give the jar as a gift or store the jar in your pantry or inside of a cool, dry space. This is the perfect treat to gift during holidays because not only does it look pretty and will taste delicious, the mason jar can be repurposed. I linked the printable recipe and vacuum sealer in the description for you. The cookies are finally cooled enough to transfer to a cooling rack. If you eat them now, they will have a slight crunch on the edges and be warm and gooey on the inside. The kitchen smells amazing. The cookies are ready to eat and enjoy. For more recipes, visit our blog at onceuponahomestead.com. Thanks for watching. Wishing you delicious dishes from our homestead to yours. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe.